We begin with this today, a lawsuit now being filed by the family of Tyre Sampson. That lawsuit says the ride was unreasonably dangerous and says the operators did nothing to stop Tyre from riding, even though he was well over the recommended weight limit.
And an extra layer of protection as seat belts would only cost $22 a seat. Fox 35's Holly Bristow joins us now live. And Holly, you got your hands on the 65-page lawsuits.
That's right. This is it right here. This 65-page document was filed around noon today. Bottom line is the attorneys for Tyre Sampson's family want anyone and everyone who might have had something to do with his death to be held accountable by a court of law.
Tyre Sampson's parents filing a 65-page lawsuit naming 11 different defendants, everyone from the owners of the Orlando FreeFall to the company who designed it to the people who put it together.
I think it's a well-drafted complaint.
The teen's family suing for negligence, strict liability. John Dill is a local trial attorney. He's read through the lawsuit.
It all kind of boils down to the negligence, a negligence claim that they should have had better warnings.
The lawsuit calls the 14-year-old's death preventable, saying, quote, while most freefall rides of this type of ride have both shoulder harness and seatbelt, this subject freefall ride only had an over-the-shoulder harness to secure riders, noting it would have cost just $22 per seat to add seatbelts. It also alleges Tyre was too big for the ride. He wasn't warned, and the operator did nothing to stop Tyre from getting on the Orlando FreeFall. Ken Martin is a ride inspector. He's testified as an expert witness in cases like this.
People aren't standing up and taking responsibility. This is like, it's like man up. It's time for people to person up today.
The lawsuit mentions what state officials announced last week, that a restraint mechanism had been manipulated to allow larger passengers to ride the Orlando FreeFall beyond the manufacturer's recommendations. Attorney Michael Haggard represents Tyre Sampson's family.
We haven't talked to any of the defendant's employees, and that's why we filed a lawsuit. There's going to be a lot of depositions in this case so that we not only get to the bottom of what happened to Tyre, but that we can then take that to federal regulators and Congress to try to get some legislation so this never happens.
Mr. Haggard, the attorney you just met there, said Tyre Sampson's family wants to make sure that all documents in this case are made public. They also want to make sure that this case goes to trial. They don't want to settle it. We'll explain why coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, reporting live at the Orange County Courthouse, Holly Bristow, Fox 35 News.